Welcome to today's deep dive.
Mhm.
So imagine stumbling upon an isolated historic town. Like there is no police force and no mayor. Everything runs entirely on a gentleman's agreement. People leave their doors unlocked and they build incredible things together. But then a pirate moves in.
Right.
And not a fun swashbuckling pirate. I mean, a highly legalistic one who realizes that since there are no laws against walking through an unlocked door, he can just take whatever he wants.
Yeah, and that is exactly what our sources document happening in this digital town called the Minecraft 1.7.NMEEE modding community.
Which is a huge mod, right?
Exactly. It's a massive decade-old mod that brings realistic aviation and military hardware into Minecraft, and it relies entirely on community trust. But today, our mission is to look at how one user, known as RagexPrince683, found those unlocked doors of open source collaboration and basically used them to paralyze the community.
It is wild how he started, too. Like, the guy was not just a basic internet troll. He built these really complex projects like MCHeli Overdrive and Xenofaction.
Oh, yeah.
He actually coded sophisticated anti-griefing tools.
Yeah, like safe zones and damage prevention.
Exactly. Even a radaway feature to clear radiation from players in protected territories.
Which makes his behavior so incredibly paradoxical.
Yeah.
I mean, he is building these intricate tools to protect virtual bases, but simultaneously, he was actively raiding and destroying other players' actual servers.
Right.
He was a griefer building anti-griefing mods.
Oh, wow. And then he scaled it up to, like, industrial mod piracy, right?
Yeah.
He would mass download other creators' hard work and re-upload it to CurseForge, which is the central hub for downloading Minecraft mods.
Yeah.
He would slap his own name on it just to steal their download metrics.
Yeah.
And when the original authors confronted him, he just dismissed them as snobs.
Exactly. He completely
But
dismissed.
let me stop you there. Because these mods were distributed under the MIT license, right? Which means anyone can legally copy and modify them. So is he actually stealing? Or is he just like an annoying guy exploiting a legal loophole?
Well, legally, yes, he is exploiting a loophole. But functionally, he is destroying the town's social contract. In an open source environment, an open license is exactly like that unlocked door you mentioned.
Right.
It is a gesture of goodwill meant to encourage learning and collaboration, not unconditional appropriation. So when someone weaponizes that goodwill, creators realize they have no legal recourse.
They can't stop him.
Exactly. They can't stop him, so they just stop creating.
And you can see his hypocrisy, too, because his supposed commitment to open source freedom was totally self-serving. He threw massive fits over tools like ProGuard, which developers used to scramble and protect their code.
Oh, yeah. He hated obfuscation.
Right. He claimed it was anti-community, but he really just hated it because it locked the doors he wanted to walk through and strip for parts.
And you know, when a bad actor completely disregards the digital boundaries of a community like that, it is a really short jump to ignoring personal boundaries, too. He started employing a classic DARVO strategy.
Deny, attack, and reverts victim and offender.
Yes. Like the situation with the developer Nuclear Hurricane. RagexPrince683 provoked these intense conflicts and disrupted live streams, and then turned around and used his own mental health as a shield.
Right.
He completely isolated his opponents, claiming he was the actual victim of a harassment campaign. He was essentially building a digital Cold War arsenal to ensure no one could challenge him.
Wait, a digital arsenal?
Yeah, he kept hidden archives. He literally called DEF CON 1 folders. He spent years hoarding private chat logs and pulling out of context quotes from his own colleagues. If you crossed him, he threatened to leak your secrets.
That is insane. Here's where it gets really interesting for you listening. He essentially built this extortion ring inside an outdated block game, but that escalated into terrifying real-world territory. Right?
It really did. He doxed people. He issued literal death threats, telling developers, "I am coming to find you." At one point, he even threatened a minor.
Oh, my God.
This was not just internet drama anymore. You know, people were genuinely fearing for their family's safety,
Yeah.
which shows exactly how an entire ecosystem collapses.
Right, because the trust that fueled the MCHeli community completely evaporated.
Exactly. You had a massive talent drain where developers just walked away from years of work. It caused complete technological stagnation because nobody felt safe collaborating.
The pirate didn't just loot the historic town. He used its own rules of freedom against it. It really highlights how fragile these trust-based networks are. Once that social contract is broken, the whole machine stops.
He proved that you don't need to hack a system from the outside if you can weaponize its own open source culture from the inside.
Which leaves you with a pretty heavy question to ponder the next time you're exploring the digital landscape. If decentralized open source communities are so fragile that one bad actor can completely destroy them using their own rules of freedom, are traditional, heavily moderated corporate walled gardens actually safer for a creator's mental health and safety?